Gauteng police are calling for anyone with information on the latest Tavern shooting incident in Soweto to come forward. At least 15 people were killed in a mass shooting at an Orlando Tavern yesterday morning. Meanwhile, the National Liquor Traders Council says it's meeting with various stakeholders today to enhance safety and compliance initiatives at taverns. For more on the story, let's cross live now to our colleague Hasina. Gori, Hasina, where are you now and what's the latest coming out of Orlando East?
Good morning, Desiree. We're here outside that tavern where that tragic incident took place just in the early hours of Sunday morning. What's left? And I want to ask my camera colleague, Gabi, to give us kind of a sense of what's happening outside. It's quite quiet. It's been a somber morning here. All that remains of what took place on a Sunday is few blood splatters outside one of the doorways. What we understand is that just past midnight on Sunday, when the tavern dwellers had, been, sitting inside, a quantum drove up here and unknown gunmen jumped out of that vehicle and opened fire using high caliber ammunition and shooting at least 24 people. We know 15 people have passed on, at least 12 are passed on at the scene and others at the hospital. We're uncertain how many are still in hospital. What we do know is that the police minister, Bekitele, as well as the National Police Commissioner, as well as the Gauteng MEC for Community Safety, Vetmazabuko, are all currently being briefed at the Orlando Police Station, where they're expected to then come through here to the scene to get a full briefing on what exactly took place, but also to get a sense, of the actual crime scene, what has taken place here. The community, we've tried speaking to them off air, many not very keen to speak to us on camera. We're trying to get a person from the community to speak to us here while we are. And I'm going to try and get one of these community members who are here and are keen to speak to us, just get a sense on what exactly is taking place here and how they're feeling. When people did speak to them, some said that they felt that, this is a commonality here. Gunshots, being shot here is something they are, quite used to. Some explaining that they would hide under their beds. We tried speaking with neighbors here saying that, they were working at that time, so they were unsure what exactly took place. But this is not something that they are unheard of in this area. They really called on the police as well as other, stakeholders to really work on crime in the area, saying that the open field across the informal settlement is a scene of, crime in the area, and many are unable, to go about their daily business without fear of, either being robbed or shot. And also we heard from the community safety MEC, Fatma saying that the issue around guns is a problem, and it's systemic and what we're seeing in the tavern shootings that has not only occurred here in Gauteng but also in other provinces, the Eastern Cape, as well as in KwaZulu-Natal just this weekend as well, that this is just the symptoms of the root problems that we've seen in communities, and guns being one of the big issues that needs to be looked into and curbed around, seeing that these incidents are taking place. We're using really high caliber ammunition and high caliber guns as well. So this is just some of the senses we're getting from the community at the moment. We're still trying to see if we can get someone to speak to us on air. Many feeling that they have been threatened when they are live on air. I want to bring in one of the community members. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Can you tell me, were you here present when this incident took place? And how are you feeling as the community here?
Oh, mama ngifila kabuhlungu kakhulu ngento eyenzekile la. Yeah.
So were you here when the incident took place, or were you around here?
No, bengekho la. Yeah.
Is it common, or is it something that happens here where people are being shot at over the weekends, or is it something very new?
Hey, sorry mama. Hey.
You can speak in Zulu.
Yeah, yazi into nje engizoyichaza kuwe, yabona nje into eyenzeke la ibhlungu kakhulu but akuzona into ezijwayele ukwenzeka la yeah akuyona into ejwayele ukwenzeka la but ke yenzekile ngendlela eyenzeke ngayo so siphatheke kabuhlungu because asazi nanokuthi labantu baze bashone kabuhlungu ngabo kwenze njani uyabona hey.
The police minister is coming today. What would you like to tell him?
Police?
The police minister Becky Tele is coming today here. He's going to visit here. What would you like him to hear from you, from the community?
Yeah, into esingayithanda la mama ngifika noma bucele nje esingayicela ukuthi mhlambe bazama ukuthi kutholakale labantu abenze lo lento le bese ngoba nawo umphakathi la akuhlangana la khona la emphakathini mhlambe mabengangena nawo amaphoyisa noma namasotsha nje bake bathi bazame nje ukuthi bake babhekisise okuningi la mhlambe nako lokho kungasiza na yeah.
Thank you so much. That is one of the community members here at Nomzamo Park speaking to us, really explaining, saying that they're feeling really hurt by what has occurred. This is not something that for him, it's been a normal occurrence, and calling on the police minister to beef up security, maybe bring in more police officers, bring in the soldiers. And this is a kind of a sentiment we've seen echoed, throughout the community, but also calling for those perpetrators to be brought to the book. And this is what we've heard, from the presidency as well as from the Gauteng Premier, as well as the ANC Gauteng leader, speaking really and calling on a swift action to be taken by the police and authorities to bring those that have perpetrated this incident to book. It's still unknown what is exactly the motive that has taken place. What we do know is that the victims in this incident, Desiree, have all been, adults. They were between the ages of 19 to 35 years of age. We're still trying to see if we can locate some families in this area and then speak to them on how exactly they're feeling right now. We're seeing police contingents this morning come in, very different from when we were here earlier in the morning. We're seeing, more community members coming out here as well, trying to, make sense of what exactly took place. We're waiting on the police minister as well as the rest of his contingents and leadership from both the national as well as provincial government to come through as well and speak to the community. I'm sure they're looking for some kind of, a sense from the government on that there will be help and those that have done this will be brought to book. This is an ongoing story, Desiree. For now, back to you in studio.
Hasina, thank you so much for bringing us the latest. Of course, our thoughts and our condolences go out to the families who lost their loved ones.